Yes, I'm Kangmo Kim from Korea. I was a CTO at Corbit back in 2013 until 2015. And now I am doing cryptocurrency investment as my hobby. In Korea, lots of Korean people were investing last year. So I believe that global cryptocurrency market went up so high based on the high demands in Korea. My assumption was the high premium in Korea means that we are making the market go up and again. When the market tries to go down, then we buy more, and in Korea we still have from 10 to 60%. We had from 10 to 60% premium, which means some foreigners out of Korea can do arbitrage, and they have to buy coins out of Korea and then send it back to Korea and sell it. It means we are also making demands out of Korea as well. That was last year, and last year went up so high, and then about the early January, Korean government mentioned that they were trying to considering, not decided, but just considering stopping all Korean cryptocurrency exchanges. But market responded immediately, and it dropped quickly. It looked like going up again, but it went down. At this point, I see the demand for cryptocurrencies came down quite much. That's because of the new policy of Korean Bitcoin exchanges, only allowing customers to deposit Korean won from the customer's bank account only. And also the customer's bank account should be exactly same to the bank account of the exchange that the customer is using. For example, at Corbit, they are using Shinhan bank account, and I also need to have a Shinhan bank account. But yesterday I went to, the day before yesterday I went to Shinhan Bank, but they rejected it to create my bank account. And even though I can create a bank account, what I can transfer is just $1,000 per day to the cryptocurrency exchange. And to increase the cap, I have to wait for 3 months. So Korean government is trying to decrease the amount of money poured into cryptocurrency exchanges and calm down the market. You know, having 40% premium like we did early January is crazy. So Korean government was thinking that, oh, this is too high, this is too hot. We have to make it come down and let people to have some time to think about it. Like, you know, when the stock market goes up too quickly, we have a system called a sidecar, which stops all market. But this cryptocurrency market doesn't have something like that, right? So it looks like the government was trying to give some time for people to think about this. Government should do two things. One, regulation for taxation. That is necessary. Two, make cryptocurrencies as transparent as possible, including auditing the funds managed by each cryptocurrencies, the deposit of cryptocurrencies or deposit of Korean won. All should be done audited very clearly. And also, Korean government should see if each exchange is managing their funds. Most of the cryptocurrencies should be put into cold wallet, and the cold wallet should not be controlled by a single person. It should be controlled by, for example, many person, right? Currently, what I invested is Ethereum Classic. I believe in Ethereum because, you know, Ethereum allows us to create a smart contract which decentralizes financial services, and we don't really have to depend on financial services done by big financial companies. As individuals, we can create smart contracts and we can make our own insurance. We can make our own loan. We can make our own payment methods. So the future of Ethereum is huge and very bright, and I admire Vitalik Buterin, who created it, and co-developers who did it. But you know, the scalability issue is too hard to solve, and it'll take some time for them to completely solve the issue, right? So in the meantime, while the scalability issue is solved, I assume that lots of services which are depending on Ethereum might be able to decide to move to Ethereum Classic because the switching cost is very low. It's like changing your car from A car to B car because it has almost the same interface as a software developer. So the number of transactions in Ethereum Classic is likely to go up as time goes on. And also, Ethereum Classic development team is trying to solve the scalability issue by having a separate network, which is still based on Ethereum. The biggest problem is, I think too much money getting poured into ICOs. So here I want to make it clear, ICO is a very nice tool. It's a new innovation to financial world. Previously, as a startup, we had to go to VCs and ask us to provide some funds for our new project. But ICOs innovated that process. We can introduce our team, our product, and our service, and ask cryptocurrency holders to invest in our token or our cryptocurrency we create, right? But the problem, before talking about the problem, it is great because the new ideas can come to real world at very low barrier. So the barrier for getting funds was lowered quite much, comparing to the high barrier that VCs had. That is great. So new innovations will come, but the problem is individuals who are investing in ICOs looks like not spending much time for investigating each of the startups, whether they have a real project, whether they have real developers for blockchain technology. Looks like maybe 80% or 90% of ICOs could eventually fail, but only 5 or 10% of ICOs succeed in the end. And currently, it looks like each individual investors are expecting too high and investing too much money. And based on the high demands on the ICO tokens or cryptocurrencies, the price of the valuation of each ICO startups went too up. So that's the biggest problem right now. For cryptocurrency investment, I recommend not assuming anything on the market. The market can go up by 10 times, or market can plunge 1/10 to 1/10, and it can continue for 1 year. You have to consider two cases and invest your money based on the ratio of your fiat currency to cryptocurrency, not based on the market movement. So adjust your ratio from fiat currency to cryptocurrency to an appropriate level as the market moves. So for example, when the market goes up, then your cryptocurrency price goes up and the valuation of the cryptocurrency goes up, so you have to sell some of them to make the ratio to fiat currency to cryptocurrency even. My strategy, currently I'm seeing, I bet with the 60% of a probability, the market will go up again, meaning current price coming down is just a price correction. That's my 60% betting. So from my whole cryptocurrency investment, I put 60% of money to going up. And another 40% is going down to 1/10 of the current price and continue with that price for 1 year. I'm not saying that price will come down to 1/10 right now, but it could take a long, like a 1 year or 2 years. So my strategy is I already invested 60% of money for going up, right? Another 40% is divided into 120 slices. So, you know, for 10 years, you have 120 months, right? So every month, I put exactly the same amount of money to buy any cryptocurrency every month for 10 years. So I'm spending 40% of my cryptocurrency fund for conservative investment and 60% for positive investment. Currently, Korean exchanges looks like mine. My exchange, you mean Corbit exchange, okay? To be clear, I'm an investor of Corbit. Yeah, I can say my exchange, but I want to make it clear. I left Corbit, and right now as an investor, looks like Corbit is very conservative about choosing coins to be listed in exchange. So it should be traded by many people, and it should be traded for a long time. So they are listing Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ethereum Classic, Ripple. So looks like for ICO coins, for example, they can be listed in second market in Corbit, which is not actually decided by demands and supply in the customers of Corbit, but Corbit provides the price of selling or buying. So for that part, I think altcoins can be listed. Joke in English?
But Korean joke.
Korean joke? Korean joke? Sorry, my brain is optimized for formal cryptocurrency talking today. It's not working.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.